I'm going to like talk for like 5 minutes again and not even be plugged in. What else is new though? What else is new? That's what I did yesterday when I started the stream. I started talking for like seriously 5 minutes, and then finally somebody's like, "Why is there no sound? My sound's not muted," and I was like, that was the problem right there. Can you tell what I said? Do you have any clue what I said? The game is loading. And I am Dos Valdez. But you already know that. You may be watching an underwear commercial or something. I don't even know. I always give the stream like a few minutes to spool up while I do this. That's a little bit wonky. What is it? What's going on there? Oh! Why is there no sound? It should be like da 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 da. Why is it not doing that? I was really looking forward to that. Oh man, there's your problem. Reload the game so we get the intro music. I give up. I give up. Yeah, I'm streaming. Thanks for the heads up. Thanks for the heads up, Hayden. I appreciate it. I do appreciate knowing that I am in fact streaming, because sometimes it acts like I'm not streaming. Or no, it doesn't act like I'm not streaming. I'm actually not streaming. It's my fault. No one to blame but myself. But we're going to give it a couple minutes. Give me a shout out in the channel, and I will give you a shout out. Who do we have so far? Aiden, I just saw. Oracle, our Bremer, what's up? Ravioli, Sitherly, Taxaws. Taxaws is here. Who's apparently playing career mode because he was so inspired by the awesomeness or whatever that we were doing with the career mode, I guess. And now he's having a lot of fun. I guess. I don't know. I hope. He said it was interesting. Mellow Red, what's going on? Time for KSA while playing Binding of Isaac. I've seen Slim playing that game. It's like, bleh. Is the guy crying or throwing up on people? I don't actually know what that guy's doing. Yeah, no ads for Tax. Ooh, you're right, Taxaws. You actually get to see, like, your special Twitch Turbo perk is that you get to listen to my asinine comment at the beginning of the stream. Pixel Technica, Das Hype. Dude, Pixel Technica, I don't even recognize your name, but welcome to the stream. Do I know you from somewhere? I don't even know. But welcome. Welcome, welcome. You had to refresh for the stream to show. I don't know what to tell you, Spartan. I don't know what to tell you. He's crying at people. He's crying at people. All right, that's what it looked like to me. It'll definitely look like he was crying. Goalie Bear may still be here. Goalie Bear having some troubles with the game. We were actually doing some pre-chat tech support up there. Always feel free to come by my channel and ask questions, especially if it's like an hour before or a couple hours after my stream. Always feel fine to come by my channel, even if I'm not live, and ask me questions. You are welcome to do that. The question highlight still works, and the DOS highlight still works. Even if I'm here working on something else, it'll actually pop up a thing, and I'll hop over to the channel, and I am happy to help you out. Goalie Bear, I'm almost sure that it's got something to do with the parts on the ships. If you can launch other ships just fine, and you can launch these ships and they explode on the launch pad or whatever, they fall apart, it may be some mods interacting or something. Usually what you have to do is you have to do a fresh save. And you have to install the mods one at a time and see which one is breaking it. If you've installed too many mods at once, that can be a problem. It can be an absolute problem. Because if you've got too many mods installed, it can be very, very difficult to figure out which one is causing the problem. Another trick you might be able to do is go over to Windows and look at the created date or the modified date on the folders where you put the mods and see what the last mod you put in was. And maybe try to remove the last mod you put in, like in date ascent or date descending order, most recent date first. Try to remove them in that order and see if you can get those ships to work. But Goalie Bear, I hope you work it out. Hang out here with us. Keep telling us what you do. I'm sure there are people who will help you out in the channel. I will try to help you out as well. Like I said, welcome to Kerbal Space Academy. Always feel free to ask questions in my stream, even if it has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. And there was Thader. I appreciate you working on that website for me, man. I will see if I can help do some work as well. Pondafar may still be here, but that was like an hour ago. Weevy's here. You lurk on KSP TV, and you followed me here. Nice, Pixel. Well, thank you, Pixel. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming over to Kerbal Space Academy. Second, Jeb is still alive. Oh man, I don't even know what's going on there. What did Taxaw say? You only killed one Kerbal. Hope that it's Jeb. He has masterful Cylon regeneration capabilities. He'll just show up again. You think you killed him, then all of a sudden he walks around the corner, and you're like, the deuce? Joshy Wow, what's up? What is going on? We had like a 5-guy come. Nice. Need backup. Terrorists win. I'm working on it. Need backup. Medj Monkey, you just found this stream. Medj Monkey, welcome to Kerbal Space Academy. I'm Das Valdez. Tonight we're going to be launching rockets and trying not to lose a lot of money doing it. We're going to try to return the rockets back to the surface of Kerbin in a usable format so that we can use them again. A couple different things we can do with that. We were looking at rocket design, Kithakor, last night. That was your name. Hey, what's going on? But, you found this stream. Now give it back. You're hilarious, Arbummer. Need backup. I'm doing some serious streams this week. We've got works in the plans. We definitely have works in the plans. Darth Bellin, what's going on? What is going on? Did I miss anybody? I think I got everybody. You know how I do it, guys. You know I just let the stream kind of spool up. I appreciate people coming into the stream. And when we actually get into the thick and dirty of the lifter recovery tonight, I want most of the people who are interested in that to be here, so we're going to give it like another 3 to 5 minutes for the stream to spool up. I was fixing some things right before the stream. Usually I try to spool up a little bit earlier, but you can never do that. My name is pronounced Me-J Monkey. Me-J Monkey. You should put hyphens in then. Hyphens like this. Me-J Monkey. Like that. That's how I would pronounce it. These people with their random letters just all pasted together willy-nilly. Found a really funky glitch. Can I send you a craft file somehow? Sure, Kithakor, you can upload it to Dropbox or you can put it on Kerbal X. Maybe not Kerbal X if it's a glitch craft. If it's a glitch craft, or you can just tell me how to do it. Got works in the plans. No, Oracle, that's totally what I meant. I got works in the plans. Anyways, the stream continues to spool up, and I need to drink. If you are new to my streams, if you are new to Kerbal Space Academy, let me give you the spiel. While the stream spools up, let me give you the spiel. And we will see if you like Kerbal Space Academy. What I do every night, every weeknight, sometimes on the weekends, I focus on a Kerbal Space Program topic. It's getting into orbit. It's building a lifter. It's landing on the moon. It's transferring to another planet. Building a space plane. Building a space station. Farming science. Getting money. Whatever. All sorts of different stuff. All sorts of different stuff, right? That is what I do at Kerbal Space Academy. The trick is that I focus on one topic for the entire evening. So tonight we're going to be looking at lifters. We're going to do that for 2 or 3 hours tonight. What is tonight? Wednesday? Yeah, tonight's Wednesday. Man on Fire, what's up? We're going to be doing that for 2 or 3 hours. We're going to grind these lifters into the ground quite literally sometimes. Get it? They're going to crash, right? And then that's pretty clever, isn't it? And we do a different topic every night. So when we do space planes, we'll focus on space planes for 2 hours, and I'm not just going to sit here and like focus on the game and like build an awesome space plane and not tell you what I'm doing. What I'm going to do during the Kerbal Space Academy streams is explain what I'm doing and explain why I'm doing it. And sometimes I'm actually going to do things wrong. I'm going to do things that I see new players do because I go around and I kind of troll the Kerbal Space Program Twitch feeds, and I look for people who I don't know, or I look for people who I know just started playing, and I go and I watch them play, and I try to figure out the things that new players to the game, or people who've never played the game before, have trouble with. And then come on back over to my KSA stream, I try to replicate those and show you how to fix them, show you what a common error is, show you what we can do to fix it, show you what issues it causes, that sort of stuff. That's what I do at Kerbal Space Program. The second trick that I play on my viewers is that I don't have a script. So when I say that I'm going to be recovering lifters for profit or whatever, I've never sat here and done this specifically before. I don't have bullet points. I don't have curriculum. I don't have a script or anything. I'm just doing it live. Yesterday, for the first time, I compared a bunch of different lifter designs. A regular lifter design that's really simple to teach that I use in my KSA sessions. We did some solid booster lifters. So like a hybrid solid booster liquid fuel lifter. We did an asparagus stage lifter. We did a pure solid booster lifter, except for the kicker stage, right? We did this, it was basically just solid boosters out the wazoo. I'd never done that before, and what I wanted to see was which one was the most cost-effective to get you into orbit. As it turns out, they're all pretty close. The most cost-effective was the SRB lifter, just using the huge NASA SRBs. That only works up to a certain size, though. The next one was the asparagus stage. The next one was the hybrid lifter, in the least effective, and when I say least effective, I mean least effective by about $5,000 to put a 10K payload into orbit, so it's not going to break the bank, was the design that I teach in my Kerbal Space Academy sessions. And like I say, I always give the disclaimer. This is the easy way for new players to do this. This isn't the most efficient way. It's not the most efficient launch. It's not the cheapest rocket you could build. It's not the fanciest rocket you could build. But what I focus on are these core topics so that people who are new to the game, people who think that Kerbal Space Program is too complicated, can figure out that it's not that complicated, and you can do this stuff too. But, that is Kerbal Space Academy. I don't have a script. My name is Das Valdez. And if you want to ask a question, if you want me to answer something, if you want me to go over something, Das, why did you use that engine? Why don't you use the other engine? Put it in chat. And when you put it in chat, say the word Das. Say, Das, I really think you should use the Aerospike instead. And I'm like, all right, let's look at the Aerospike. If you have a question, you can say, I have a question. Or you can just say question and put your question after it. Das in question will actually highlight the chat line on my computer here. You see it streaming by as well. It'll highlight it. Every now and then, I scroll back through my chat. Like this. Check it out. See how I scroll? They see me scrolling. I could only finish that with White and Nerdy. Anyways. My stream is definitely not over. Run like you need to. That's an awesome name. I don't know if you would want to. I don't know if you would want to run if you need to. Maybe you should kind of like shimmy around, kind of keeping it clinched. Anyways, guys, ask me questions. I'm Das Valdez. I don't bite. I won't make fun of you. If you're a channel regular, I may make fun of you. Once you hang out long enough, you kind of like lose your newbie protection. Like your spawn protection expires, and you become fair game for me to make fun of. But if you're new to the stream, feel free to ask questions. If I don't recognize your name, if I don't recognize you as somebody who's here all the time, I'll go easy on you and I'll answer your questions. That's the important part because I want to answer. I want to answer your questions. I absolutely want to answer the questions. So here's what I'm going to do. Drink is what I'm going to do first. I really do appreciate it if you remind me to drink. I forget. 1.7, Joshua Wawa. I forget on occasion to drink. And I need to do that so that my voice doesn't become all gravelly so I sound like a 70-year-old lady in Florida whose skin has leathery appearance and has been smoking her entire life, right? I need to drink because I'll end up sounding like Grandma Bertha in Florida eventually if I don't drink. Delicious tea and honey. And I thank Earthworm Slim for my tea and honey because I was like, Earthworm Slim, I can't talk. I feel terrible. I sound like my throat is rusting out. And he's like, dude, put some honey in some tea. Run like you need to poop. Welcome to Kerbal Space Academy. Thank you for enrolling. And Super Platypus as well. Thank you for enrolling in Kerbal Space Academy. I think now we've got 2 more minutes. I'm going to spend the next 2 minutes going through my chat, seeing if I missed anything, give some shout-outs to some people I know. You get the picture, right? Come over here, kid. And that's a female voice. Let me scroll through the chat. You can see it scrolling. The Oracle. All right, I said hi to that. Bremer, I said hi to. Need backup. Oh, need backup. We're working on it. Even though I don't have a subscription button yet, if you want, there's a donation link down there. And if you donate $2.50, that's the same I would get from a $5 subscription to Twitch. That is the same. So if you really want to sub, you could quasi-sub. You could fake sub. Super subscription, really. Just down to the donation link for $2.50. That's... I mean, I appreciate it. You don't know how to do that, though. I'm just pointing out that that's how it works. Because when you subscribe to Twitch for $4.99 for a month, the streamer only gets about half of that, sometimes less. So you're giving Twitch $2.50, and you're giving the streamer $2.50. The direct donations are a lot more than that. Found a really funky glitch. Okay, there was that. Darth Bellin downloaded the latest Kerbal Engine DOS. What an improvement. Dude, Darth Bellin, you're not even kidding. We were doing an early stream on suicide burns yesterday. We were doing a early stream where I did a Kerbal help desk. Yesterday, we were doing suicide burns to the moon. The new engineer is freaking amazing. Freaking amazing. I saw your question, Bevo. Thrust to weight is thrust to weight. It's not thrust to mass. Mass does not vary between different gravity wells. Weight does vary. So the thrust to weight equation already takes gravity into effect. I'll show you how to check it out. I'll show you how to see it in Kerbal Engineer. You can actually change the reference body to see what your thrust to weight would be on a different planet. So if you've got something that needs to take off a Tylo, you can look at it in Engineer. It'll tell you if it'll take off a Tylo. It will tell you if it'll take off a Tylo. Use Kerbal. Yeah, there you go. Bremer beating me to the punch. Heedless ostrich. It's almost like headless ostrich, which is like a normal mode for an ostrich, right? Head in the ground. Can you show us at some point how to dock around the sun? Taxos, I bet you're saying rendezvous around the sun. You want to do some sort of rescue or something with something that is in a solar orbit. I bet you that's the question. That is the question that you were asking, Maureen. I will absolutely do that for you. That is probably better suited to a Kerbal help desk, and if you're around on Sunday, I could do that on Sunday for you. Otherwise, we'll have to do an early stream or a late stream, because I don't know if I could spend an entire session on that, but I will absolutely do that during a help desk or a free play or something like that. I will show you how to do a rendezvous when something's in a solar orbit as opposed to a planetary orbit. Meatbait, hey Das, me and my kids watched some more of your videos last night. They loved it. Dude, Meatbait, that is outstanding. That is absolutely outstanding. I'll toss it out there. My stream, I'm just on the loading screen. Whatever, I'm talking. Welcome to Kerbal Space Academy, right? My stream, I like to keep family friendly. Because Kerbal Space Program is such an awesome game. It's not like freaking headshots all the time. There's no really like wacky, questionable content in it, right? Kerbals aren't dying of radiation, cancer hazards, or anything like that. So I really do like to keep the stream family friendly, and I appreciate it if y'all would help me out with that. Because people like Meatbait and his kiddos watch the stream. And if we can get the kids interested in science via games, how freaking awesome is that? That is absolutely awesome. If we can get younger people interested in science. They're already interested in iPhones. They're already interested in all this other stuff. If they could get interested in science, that would make Das a very happy camper. That's why my other part-time job is doing after-school science programs for kids. I love it. I had such a great time today doing Under Pressure, which is air pressure, right? Oh, I need to start bringing those. Have you done the thing where you've got the ping pong ball in the straw and you blow? It's a bendy straw, right? That's what I'm doing. And you blow in the straw, and the Bernoulli principle keeps the ping pong ball. That's what I was doing. I was doing air pressure, air effects, that sort of stuff. Vacuum effects. You can pick something up using a vacuum. You can use Bernoulli's principle to levitate things. That's what I was doing with the kinder, first, second, third graders today. It was so freaking awesome. It was absolutely awesome. But keep the stream family friendly. I appreciate it. Usually we don't have trouble with that. Otherwise, I have buttons and I can click on you. See? Look. Meatbait. Purge. Nope. Meatbait's awesome. Just found the stream. But Meatbait, welcome. Uptime does not work. I just started. Pistols for Pandas, another KSP streamer. I follow Pistols for Pandas. He's just getting started with his stream. I like to hang out over there and help him out. If you want to stream Kerbal Space Program, feel free to ask me. Best thing to do is send me a Twitch message. I will help you out. If you want those buttons that I have on the stream, if you want some information on how to set up, feel free to ask. I love promoting KSP. Never get the rendezvous, not sure why. We'll get you the rendezvous, Texas. Don't worry. How long has the stream been on? Just now. I don't need it. No, don't need this anymore. Don't need this anymore. And if I can achieve orbit, anyone can. With Das's excellent instructions, Darth Bellon, you are correct. Anybody, even without. Look at watch Scott Manley's videos, right? There's so many good resources out there. Difference is I'm live. You can ask me questions right now, and that was already a donation, guys. I'm just starting. Tax Oz every day for only $5 a day. Taxoz continues to donate to the Save a Node campaign. Apparently Taxoz had trouble with me snuffing the life out of the maneuver nodes. And so he sends a donation, more funding for the Saving All the Nodes campaign. The Save a Node campaign. I wonder if we could get partnered and get a Save a Node emote or something. Taxoz, you donate so much, you almost deserve to get your own emote in my channel. I appreciate you, Taxoz. I appreciate all the donations because I do this as a part-time job. And I really do appreciate the support. Spawn protection. You're not even kidding. Yes, it's spawn protection. Your spawn protection tax is awesome. Get the picture about the old woman? Yep, okay, we got that one. You resemble the Florida remark, except the... Do you smoke all the time, Vader? Van Vino, not sure if you answered this the other night or not, but I have a probe where the attachment nodes at the top and bottom are in use. How can I build a rocket underneath it to get to orbit? Van Vino, remind me while I'm building rockets in the VAB, and I'll show you how to do that. There is a way. Cubic Octostruts are your friend, man. Cubic Octostruts are your friend. Sling Salmon, 11 Tech, Ride Car, what's going on, people? Oh, you're Seedurf. Okay, got hacked. That's terrible. Yes, this is the one that I saw pop up. Do you aim for a thrust weight for different gravities when planning landings on other bodies? Bevo, the most important thing is that you want the thrust weight to be above 1 for the other body, right? Referencing the body, like you can do an engineer. You want it to be above 1. If you're below 1, you will not be landing today unless you're really freaking lucky. Usually you want about 1.5 or 2 to do the landing. That gives you a lot more control authority when you're going down to do the landing, right? Because if you only have 1.0, you'll barely be able to slow down. If you've got 2.0, you can slow down twice as fast. And that gives you more leeway when you're doing that landing. So build it with between 1.5 and 2.0 for landing on other bodies. That gives you a lot more control authority when you're landing. Not the most efficient way, but if you're new to landing, you'll want more margin for error. Take more delta V than you think you need. Take more thrust weight than you think you need. Not too much. If you have like 20 thrust weight, you'll be pogo sticking all day long, right? You don't want that. Commander Olfart. Welcome, Commander Olfart. Back in the game after being away for a while. And I appreciate you putting screenshots on my channel, Olfart, all the time. Ace McBean, what's up? Redesigning your moon. Well, that's okay, Joshy. You can just listen to the dulcet sounds of my voice. Was another donation. Guys, Ridecar, get some DP. Get some DP. Where did you send me a message? Redcar, it says, get some TP, man. And then a personal message. Was it on Twitch? I hate Twitch. Did you send it to me on Gmail? Because the Twitch message doesn't allow me to follow up, and I may be a total idiot, and I may have it buried in my Gmail somewhere. If you could ping me again, I'll make sure I do that. I feel terrible now. Get some DP, man, though. Dude, Ridecar, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Let us continue on. Ping me again on whatever channel you use, Ridecar, and I will... I will definitely get back to you. Eek! Called out on my own stream with the donation. Hey DOS, when me and my bros get together we play Kerbal challenges. This is the first time I'm forcing them to do one without Mechcheb. What's a good beginner challenge? I don't know, what's their level of skill? Have they gotten into orbit? Have they gotten into a circular orbit, like within 100 meters, periaps and apoaps? Have they got to the moon? Have they got to Minos? Tell me where they are in the game. Ask the chat. Ask the chat. The chat probably has a lot of awesome ideas. I just got my hands on BD Armor at 12 Kerbals. Oh my gosh, BD Armor. You can actually turn it into a shooter. Video games don't kill people. BD Armory kills people. Having my fun. What's up? Cybertech's here. I didn't see Cybertech. No, Cybertech, if you can't see the stream, refresh it. Refresh it. You can't hear me if you can't see the stream. But my new project, Dual Fuselage, still a work in progress. Let me look at Faceball's link here. Dude, that is a freaking nutty ship. That thing looks amazing. Thank you for linking that in my channel, dude. Faceball, that ship looks amazing. Absolutely looks amazing. Cybertech feels the pain. Twitch is really derpy and only a few streams. You're right. You're right, Cybertech. Twitch has been having trouble. Dear children, science. Me J Monkey. Love Me J Monkey. Video doesn't want to load. It's just on this one line. What you might try to do is do a forced refresh or completely kill the browser and start it up again. Try to start it up again. Video's not loading for you. What? Huh. Interesting. Anyways, that's all good. Let's see here. Das, you're awesome, man. Josh Luke, thank you so much, Josh Luke. I appreciate it. Just trying to entertain you. Wish they could watch it live, but they're at school right now. Meatbait. Where are you? What time zone are you in? When do I need to stream so that your kids can see it? Tell me, because next week I'm going to be redoing the schedule a little bit. Still going to be doing the normal schedule, but adding some slots. Tell me when kids could watch it. And tell me what time zone you're in. See here. Oh, you might want to drink, Me J Monkey says. Twitch is a mess tonight, y'all. Twitch is absolutely a mess. Ace McBean, watch both of us. I mean, there's no problems with watching both of us. Right-click, open a new tab. Mute one of us, leave the stream going. No worries. Support both the streamers. Listen to one, switch back and forth. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do, it's all good. It's all good. Hikey but KSP. What's going on? Welcome to Kerbal Space Academy. Did I miss anybody else? Awesome Sauce. Dust, thank you. I'm a 14-year-old teen, may have KSP, and I have KSP. Your stream made my dad buy the game because it is educational. Thank you. Awesome Sauce. That made my day. Your freaking quote. I'll print screen. Your quote right there absolutely made my day. That is why I do this. That is why I do this. Kerbal Space Program is an awesome game. Not only is it awesome, it's an educationally awesome game. You can actually learn things from it. It makes you think. Even if at the end of the day, if you don't learn any rocket science at all, you have to think about donations that come in while I'm sitting here talking to the camera on the loading stream. Who was that? Meatbait. You don't have to do that, Meatbait. You did yesterday or the day before. You don't have to do that. I'm on the loading screen, for Pete's sake. Meatbait with no message. Meatbait, thank you for that. I appreciate it. I'm just sitting here talking on the loading screen. But I really do appreciate that, Meatbait. And I'm glad that your family enjoys watching the streams. It's an awesome game. Like I was just saying, Awesome Sauce's comment right now. 14-year-old team. Apparently his dad bought the game because it's educational. And I guess we might have had something to do with convincing him it was educational. Awesome Sauce, if your dad is ever here watching, you tell me and I will give your dad a shout out for being an awesome parent who supports science. I'll give your dad a shout out because I think that's absolutely positively awesome that your dad got you the game because it was educational. Miller time! Das, what's on the agenda tonight? Recovering lifters so that it doesn't cost us quite as much. I need to scroll faster. What is the news on the partners thing? Pondafar. Pondafar. Don't worry. We've got it. We're working on it. I'm going to have to apply. I'm doing some specific things right now so that the application is super, super nifty. Super nifty. Yeah, somebody donated before DOS even started. I might not even know it. Sarian, I hope you're not floating away, man. You need to freaking caulk your wagon because Austin looks like it's getting a downpour. My tablet is blowing up with weather reports back home about South Texas and the thunderstorms coming through there. Stay safe and caulk the wagon, dude, or hire that Indian guide that almost always got you across the river. Don't just try to ford it when it's 20 feet deep. Seriously, it's not going to work. All right, let's see here. Twitch kicks Twitch violently. Work, damn you, load. You got it to load. Not anymore. Good for you, Theta. I worked for a tobacco company for 5 years. Trained people. Trained people. Doing serum solutions. Rock on. There we go. How far up the chat am I? Where is my scroll wheel even at? It was on Twitch. Thank you, Ridecar. Thank you. Evening, HVAC engineer. What's up? Joshy Wawa. Run like you need to poop. How can we make a rocket that can go from Earth to Moon to Minimus and back to Earth? Question, why would you want to do that? What is your mission profile that you need to do that? You can definitely do it. You just need more Delta V. If you come by a help desk and ask me that question, I'll spend time on it. The rocket we have right here may actually be able to do that. We'll have a look at it. Hopefully. No, guys, Josh, you don't have to do stuff like that. Just because other people donate, don't feel bad. I appreciate the support. I appreciate people just being here. Just being here, hanging out, learning about rocket science, being excited about it. That makes me feel good. Helis Ostris, Undead 212, what's going on? Porter John, what's going on? Helis Ostris, Das, are you doing a European stream yet? Next week. Next week I'm going to be streaming earlier. I'll have a couple days. I'll define what days those are. And I will tell you when I'll be able to stream earlier in the day. And I'm talking like 5 or 6 hours earlier, not an hour earlier. So I should be getting good a couple days a week. Suppressor 84, dude. Look at this right here. This guy right here. Suppressor 84. Let me read his message. Das, you made me return to KSP and showed me what I was missing. Such a good game. Suppressor 84. This is an awesome game. If I had to calculate the number of minutes I've played this game for the amount of money I spent on this game a year and a half ago, I would probably have spent like a couple cents an hour in enjoyment for this game. It's such a good game. There's so much you can do. It's sandbox. It's open-ended. It's real world. You're learning things. It's so freaking cool. Dude, Suppressor, thank you for that donation. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. You guys, I'm not even like doing the stream yet. I'm just going to stroll really quick. Cybertech, Das says refresh it a lot. Yeah, you're right, Theta. That is what I said. Unseen Whale, what's up? Unseen Whale, I sent you the thing. I sent you the highlight, didn't I? Did I send you the highlight? No, I sent somebody else a highlight. But you sent me the... All right, I got it. I need to do that highlight. I didn't have time before the thing. Half the channels on Twitch. Oh, my gosh. Just keep on. Just keep on. Just keep on trying to refresh. Tell them that in the chat. Tell them that in the chat. All the streams I tried work. You're in Australia, Meatbait. No kidding. You're in Australia and the kids are at school. So I need to stream for a very long time till they get out of school, I guess. VLC. Don't use multi-twitch. That's okay. If you can't get it to load at all... Let me know if you can't get it to load at all. No, you named. Could you name the biggest new thing since they added since 0.23? Nas, I only do that new spaceplane parts in 0.25, the claw, and the asteroid missions and bigger parts in 0.24.5, 0.23.5. Which one was it? One of those two. But the claw, the bigger mission parts, strengthening of the connections, and the new spaceplane parts. Those are the big things that have come out. Those are the big things that come out. Guys, I got to get through this. You might as well do the loading stream, but you're awesome even there. You guys can't even hear me yet. Enderboy, what's up? Oh my gosh. There's Tegan. I'm catching up. Wolf Dude. What's up, Wolf Dude? Furious Fukuto, what's up? Is there a way to recover planes without loading them with chutes so I could do an air-launched rocket? Cantab. There was a 30 minutes. Jeez, oh Pete. Guys, I got to get going with the stream here. Is there a way to recover planes without loading them with chutes so I could try and do an air-launched rocket? Cantep, there was a mod. There is a mod, and I cannot remember the name. Somebody in stream is going to tell you. But there's something that will let you launch a rocket, right, with a spaceplane. Or whatever. Launch something. And then basically pause one rocket while you fly the other one home, right? and then resume the other rocket where it would have traveled during that time so it doesn't get reclaimed by the atmosphere or anything like that. Resume it from that point in time as if both things had happened simultaneously. There is a mod that allows you to do that, Cantab. Somebody in chat's going to have to tell me the name of it. I don't remember, but I do remember there was something that would let you control two different craft simultaneously, where it's not really simultaneously. It's done in parallel, but it processes it as if it had happened. No, it's done in series from a control perspective, but it applies it as if it had been done in parallel. There's some mod that does that, and somebody will tell you. Somebody will tell you. Let's see here. What is Active Texture Management mod? It decreases the memory that KSP uses. It decreases the memory. Channels with half your computers get part of Skunk Slayer. Yeah, I know. Texas got nailed with rain, Heckard. You're not even kidding. My brother's down there working out in the oil fields right now. Could hardly step outside. That's what he's been saying, and he's in an RV out on the site. All right. Guys, it's going so fast. No, old fart, don't give up. Don't give up. Anders, what's up? Can you put a polar base? Why would I do that? I can do that in another stream. Remind me. I'm scroll. Stream is jumpy. Recovering things. Calvin Kuhlman, what's up? Oh my gosh, guys. Heck, okay, that was good. Isn't enough coverage for poll? Future immersion, absolutely. Could you do a Jewel tour tonight? No, I'm doing lifters tonight. I'll do a Jewel tour another night. I will definitely stream out, tweet out whenever I'm going to do that. Yognut, I'm caught up with chat. Mona Bobby, here's what we're going to do, guys. I appreciate all the people who did the donations so far. Suppressor 84, Meat Bait, Ride Car 2, and Tax Saws. Ride Car, is the stream even loaded for you? I don't even know what to tell you. You didn't even miss anything. Thank you, HVAC engineer. Flight manager for reusable stages. I bet you that's it. Right there. Guys, let's get started with this. Let me drink first. That's delicious. Let me do a chat beacon. Chat beacon activated. I've read that far back. That's why I do that. I right-clicked right there. You could also do a let me Google that for you, HVAC engineer. I bet you that would come through. Let's go over and look. I got a haircut today, too. Paid for it with blood. Literally, I donated to the American Red Cross. They gave me a gift certificate for... Oh, you got it. Multiple. Okay, multiple. I donated some blood with the American Red Cross. They gave me a gift certificate for a free haircut. And that is why Das Valdez has no hair today. I figured it was free. I might as well get my money's worth. I almost just got my head shaved. Anyways, let's go over here. Let us go back to the save that we were in yesterday, and it is actually a career save. It's not super hard mode because we're reverting these flights, right? We are reverting the flights because we are doing this for science. We're not just screwing around. I'm actually writing it down, and the difference between screwing around, and science is how much you write down. So we are writing it down. We flew a bunch of stuff. Let me resume that career save that actually cost us some money. New career kickstart, that's where we were. Let's go and see about recovering these lifters. And let me give you a synopsis of what I'm thinking of doing tonight. We built a lot of lifters last night. We built 4 distinct lifters, I think. All the Kerbal Space Academy less. That stood for... What did it stand for? I don't want to cheat and look. Scrooge Session. Something. Lifter Efficiency Scrooge Session. I think that's what we called it. The Lifter Efficiency Scrooge Session. I'm going to launch my rocket up. The DOS 2, actually. I'm going to load my rocket up. This is terrible. This is not my rocket. This was one when we started playing around. Note the fuel lines to create a shockwave which goes around the fuel tanks. Just kidding. That doesn't work. Let me go to the DOS 1. That looks like a more reasonable rocket. So we designed a lot of different rockets last night as part of the Lifter Efficiency Scrooge Session. The Lifter Efficiency Scrooge Session. We were trying to compare the cost of each lifter on a minimal basis to get a mission into orbit. Our mission looked like this. Our mission was a Mooner science package. This mission right here has 2 stages. Excuse me. It has 2 stages. It has a Mooner insertion stage, right like that, that will get it out from Kerbal orbit, out to Mooner orbit, and do the circularization. And then it has a lander stage, which has enough Delta V to land on the moon in more than one biome. You can probably do 2 biomes if you don't have to fly too far. In more than one biome, collect some science, lift off from the moon, and safely return to Kerbal. That was the mission package. The cost of this mission package was 20,000 credits, and the weight of the mission package was about 10,000 kilograms. So our package was a 10,000 kilogram payload to orbit. And what we did, we went Blue Land forever. Welcome to Kerbal Space Academy. Thanks for enrolling. We're talking about lifter efficiency and how cost basis. So this right here, this rocket that I designed, follows my typical launch profile. Not exactly, because I usually say you want 1.5 and 1500, and then you want, this isn't atmospheric mode, sorry. There we go. You usually want 1.5 and 1500 and 1.7 and 2500. I had to tweak it just a little bit because of the exact balance of these engines, but my design right here could get the 20K payload, sorry, the 10K, the 10,000 kilogram, 10 ton payload into orbit for a cost of 27,229. That's what I usually teach, is 27,229. Now, we designed other rockets. We designed the SRB-1, the KSA-less SRB-1. This one right here, same mission package. Oops, it's the same mission package. Deckard, I do have a YouTube account. Did somebody answer that for him? Let's see here. Here we go with info. There's my YouTube account. Just did that for you. Mods, get on the ball. Just kidding. It's not a job, guys. I really do appreciate the help. This one right here, we designed something that was a combination of liquid fuel engines and SRBs. This one right here could get the 10K, the 10-ton payload into orbit for 24.8. So a little bit cheaper than mine. We then went and we designed an asparagus lifter, right like this, the KSA-less Asparagus 1. The asparagus lifter, while not being the cheapest lifter, not being the simplest lifter, it was able to get the same science lunar mission payload into orbit for 23.3. 23.3, about 5,000 less than my KSA design that I usually do. That's why I say it's not the most efficient design, but it's the simplest design. So, we were able to get this asparagus staged rocket up there for 23, and then we knocked it out of the park with the SRB-2. The SRB-2 costs almost nothing. The SRB-2 launch cost is 14.5. So it kicks the bejesus out of the asparagus stage by using these big NASA SRBs instead of the complicated asparagus staging to put the exact same thing into orbit, and its launch cost was only 14. Now, the trick is, right, when I say the launch cost was 14, I'm basically assuming that the entire bottom of the rocket is throwaway. The entire bottom of the rocket is throwaway, and that is all lost money. There are ways that you don't have to lose that money. Just like we attempted to do in real life, we wanted to recover the SRBs from the Space Shuttle launch system out in the ocean, bring them back, retrofit them. We would pull them back with a Liberty ship or whatever, right? Then we would refuel them, we would lose them on 11th launch. Didn't work out exactly as well as we thought, but the idea was reuse some of those stages. So what we're going to do tonight, actually I have all the numbers up here, right? What we're going to do tonight is work on recovering these stages. There's a couple different ways we can do it. We're going to work on recovering these stages, see how much money we get back, and update our launch costs based on the recovery amounts that we get back. So, rules will still apply. We're still going to have to get into orbit using no more than 100 meters per second of this guy's payload. Of this guy's Delta V, I guess I would say. Yesterday we said without using it, but every time we did it, we would circularize with him so that we didn't leave space trash. We're going to want these things to recover. So basically, we need to get within 100 meters per second of orbit using this rocket, and we're going to try to recover as much as we can. DNOZ03, thank you for enrolling in Kerbal Space Academy. We're playing a career mode tonight. It's going to cost us some money, and we are going to try to get as much money as we can back. If you stick around for the end of the stream, I'm going to do another special lifter. I'm going to do a flyable lifter. I don't know if I can do both a space plane and this other lifter, but I am at least going to try to make a flyable lifter that can get this thing into orbit and return in one stage. I don't know how easy that's going to be. I don't know if I'm going to have time tonight to finish it, because things like that take some time to tweak. But at the end of the stream, after we recover all these things, I will show you how to make a single stage lifter to get you into orbit and recover yourself right back at the KSC for almost 100% recovery. So let's talk about that, right? We were talking about, I go out there, I launch this rocket. Should I launch this rocket? Let's launch this simple rocket. Let's launch the DOS rocket first. Where's my DOS 1? There we go. Load it. Here we go. Excuse me, this was my DOS rocket design. Very simple to put together. It takes all of 3 minutes to put this rocket together to get that payload into orbit. It was really simple. It's not exactly what we want. Let's take it out and fly it. Let's take it out and fly it and see how much money we lose. I have a mod here that I am using tonight called Stage Recovery. It's called Stage Recovery. What it does, it actually will look at the stages that you have. Oops, no Control Z. Anybody remember what that last number was? 5 is a good even number right in the middle of my guesses. So, the Stage Recovery mod, let me edit that right quick. There we go, Suicide Burn, edit. SBN, no, we don't need it there. There we go, that was for another stream. Now we take it off, that cleans us up nice. Stage Recovery is a mod. I actually need to get a link to it. Dang, I don't have a link to it down in the channel. Should have thought that. I should have thought of that. I don't have a link to it. Could somebody in the channel get a link to the Stage Recovery mod over in the KSP forums? I would totally appreciate it. I am using a mod called Stage Recovery. What Stage Recovery does, it actually looks at your rocket and it tries to figure out if that rocket has enough chutes on it to land safely, right? So, instead of the rocket just falling back to the atmosphere, exploding, disappearing, whatever, Stage Recovery catches it as it explodes and tries to see if it could safely land that so that you could get some of the money back. Let's launch this rocket, which does not have any chutes on it, except for up at the top, right? Let's launch this rocket up into orbit and see what that looks like. I'll get rid of Notepad for now. Y'all know my typical launch checklist. Throttle up, press Z. Whoa, that's not Z. Throttle up, press Z. Panel lock, click that guy. SAS engage, press T. I've already got it there. Then all we do is 3, 2, 1, space. To go into space. Because, see, get it? Like 3, 2, 1, space sort of deal. Wait, what? Oh, say hello to Cybertech. Guys, excuse me. Cybertech. Welcome to the channel. I always appreciate it when Cybertech hangs out here. Cybertech, if y'all don't know, Cybertech is the creator of Kerbal Engineer. It is the top of my must-have mod list. If you want to learn to play this game, if you want to be more efficient about what you do, if you already know a lot of stuff but you want to be more efficient, get Kerbal Engineer. It is absolutely awesome. That is what you want. Thank you, HVAC Engineer, for that link right there. Cybertech, the guy right there in the channel with the green sword next to his name. I do that so I can see him easily. He is the creator of Kerbal Engineer, and he is absolutely awesome. If you want, give him a shout out in the channel, say hooray, give him some love however you want. He also has a donation link. If anybody wants to help him with his hosting fees or that sort of stuff, you are free to click on that donation link. I've donated to him because I feel like he deserves a whole heck of a lot of support, and I hope to be able to make my donations to Cybertech a regular monthly thing. So Cybertech, I appreciate you. Let me get back to flying this rocket. You guys give old Cybertech a shout out there. Not that you're old or anything, right, Cybertech, but you know what I mean. And I am going to get this rocket into orbit just like this. My launch profile, my easy launch profile, is straight up until 10 kilometers and then do a turn over here to the east. It's just the D key. And all you want to do is press the D key and you want to pitch over to the east until you are pointing right there. I know it says 90, but it's actually a 45-degree angle. So we are going to pitch over to a 45-degree angle and burn right like this until this stage runs out. And you'll watch. We'll actually be getting somewhere up around 40 to 50 kilometer apoaps when this stage runs out. The rocket is designed that way. That is the way that I want it to work. So whenever I get up here to the end of this stage, I am going to press spacebar and ditch this. And the problem is, the good thing is that all this fuel is gone, so we don't need to carry this anymore. The problem is, since there are no chutes anywhere on this stage is just going to fall back down to the planet and explode. Right there. When I ditch it, that stage is just going to fall away. When it reaches the surface, it is going to crash and explode. I am not going to get anything back for it. In fact, the Stage Recovery mod is going to complain to me that I am not going to get anything back for it. So we will see something pop up right there. You see that piece down there. You see its ballistic trajectory. We are leaving it behind. I'm going to burn until I have an 80k apoaps right like that. I switched it to orbit mode and I burned with the orbit. And that piece is getting away from us. We are leaving it in the dust. Let me go ahead and watch the circular, and what I want y'all to do, watch this icon up here in the upper right. When that pops, that's going to mean that Stage Recovery has decided that that stage is donezo, and it will clean it up for us. Let's do this. Let's come over here. See if I can't look at the debris as well. Ah, there's the bug again. Unseeing whale. Look at that. If the nav ball is not expanded, I cannot click on the filters. Very interesting. Come on. There we go. All right, clicking on the filters. So that guy right there, see his arc going out? He's going to land over there in the ocean somewhere. I am going to put a node right here. I'm going to add maneuver. I will not kill it. I will not kill this node. Wait, come on. And all I'm going to do is prograde. If it starts to get away, I'm going to drag it backwards, right? Because I want that apoapse to stay right in the middle of that. All I'm going to do is keep pulling prograde until those two things switch sides. Like that. You see it start to run away from me? That's 86 by 78. I could do it just a little bit more. And that right there is 88 by 79.6. That's circular enough for our purposes. Let's look at this. 53-second burn. Half of 53 is 25 plus 4. 25 plus 2, actually. So 27. That's the time to burn right now because I was running my mouth too long. But that is when I am going to burn. And I am just going to burn along like this. Now we know for a fact that this rocket is going to get this thing into orbit because my delta V right there was greater than my delta V for this. And what I'm actually going to do to stop space junk from happening, right? To stop space junk from happening, I am going to, excuse me, I am going to burn until my periapse right there is about 20, positive 20 meters, 20 kilometers, 20,000 meters, right? I'm going to keep burning like this, and this guy is going to be tossed. So there's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2. That's 14. Let's put a little bit more. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Das, why 20? Why did you make it 20? Here's why. So that when I separate the stage like that, this stage right here still has a periapse of 20. This guy right here can actually continue his burn until he has an actual orbit like this. Come on. 50. Not the most circular burn I've ever done in my life. That's okay. It's because I talk and I explain things, right? That's okay right there. That's an orbit because both my apoapse and my periapse are above 70 kilometers. Now, that guy back there, the KSA less DAS-1 debris. Why did I do it so that its periapse was under 20? Here's why. When I come over here, if I zoom in so I can see that stage I just left, if I set it as my target, that's going to show me the orbit. And you see this periapse over here of 12? If anything in the game is in atmosphere, on Kerbal, is in atmosphere and goes under an altitude of 23 kilometers, the game will clean it up. Right? The game will clean it up. What that means is that whenever this debris gets all the way around the planet here and gets down under 20K, it'll happen somewhere over here, right? 23K it is. When it gets under 23K, the game will clean it up. The cleaning up is important. If you're not playing with stage recovery, if you're just playing in sandbox or something like that, cleaning that up will make sure you don't have space junk. Every time you do a launch, you leave space junk in space. Eventually, your game will slow down, will be the real effect in Kerbal Space Program. All the flights going at once, the game will actually take more and more processor to run. There's some things you can do to fix that. But the best thing to do is just have a clean space program. So when you do that launch, that kicker stage that got me almost all the way up to orbit gets cleaned up because it enters the atmosphere and is under 23 kilometers. So that's why I did it. When I'm over here trying to save money with stage recovery won't actually kick in until this gets more. Until this gets under 23. So when the game tries to clean it up, I don't know why I keep doing air quotes. It actually does clean it up. It's not an air quote sort of thing. When it actually does clean it up, stage recovery will step in. And it's like, whoa. Game, before you clean it up, let me see how many chutes are on these. And if you've got enough chutes to land it safely, the game stage recovery will actually give you the money back for it. So, that is why I did that. That's why I burned that rocket this way. And I'm explaining some of the basic concepts here, right? If I had that periapse at 30 or 40, that debris would never deorbit. What? Das, that's ridiculous. It should deorbit. It's in the atmosphere. The atmospheric drag should slow it down, blah, 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 blah. You're right. But it has to go under 23 kilometers. 23 kilometers. That is where it has to go. Excuse me. That is where it has to go in order for the cleanup to occur. It could be down to 30, 40, 50. In fact, it's cheaty. Right? It's totally cheaty. But if you're in dire circumstances and you feel like cheating a little bit, you can actually change away from a craft that's in atmosphere and control a different craft that's more than 2.3 kilometers away, right? You can control a different craft, and as long as that craft is above 23k periaps, it will not get cleaned up and it will not deorbit and crash. It'll just coast on through the atmosphere at 40 or whatever, not changing the orbit at all, because physics does not affect ships that you are not currently controlling or aren't within a 2.5 kilometer sphere, 2.3 kilometer sphere of the ship you are controlling. So because there's no physics on that ship that's at 40, because you're not controlling it, physics can't use the atmosphere to slow it down, so it just continues on the rails orbit, and it will orbit like that forever. Anyways, I have talked enough, but here's what I want to do. Let's see here. Stage recovery just popped something up, and it doesn't look good. It actually says it's red. First off, that's the international sign for you done screwed up. If you hover over it, you'll see in the upper right hand corner over here, right? You'll see that it says stage destroyed. If I click on it, it's going to be like, dude, you moron. KSA less 1 DOS debris, that was my lifter stage, was destroyed 24 kilometers from KSC. Here are the parts that were in it. Here is how much money you lost because of that. So because I didn't put any chutes on this, it said 18,410. I lost 18,500 credits. 18,500 credits. That's terrible. That is not what we want at all. So we need to try and recover that thing and see how much of that money we can get back. That's absolutely what we want to do. Dude, D-Cuz516, what's going on, D-Cuz? I don't know. I feel I should say your name that way, T-Cuz. I mean, I don't... Maybe you're a very, like, cultured person, and you live in, like, a penthouse somewhere in New York, and you have nothing to do with, like, T-Cuz and the rednecks boys down in the swamp or whatever. But that's the first thing that jumped in my mind. Welcome to the channel, and thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. So this stage got destroyed, and we lost 18.4 because of it. Strawbrain also. Strawbrain, welcome to Kerbal Space Academy, and thank you for the enrollment. Let us time warp and watch what happens. Watch that stage, right? Look at that altitude. 46, 45, 43, 35. Let me slow it down now. 28. Let's see exactly when it disappears. 27, 25, 24, 23. When is it going to clean up, and when is that thing going to pop in the upper right hand corner? Survey says, bing! Right there at 23, the game cleaned it up. Stage recovery stepped in, and stage recovery said, wait. Stage destroyed, DOS. It's red again. That's a problem. You just lost another 5,230 funds because you did not recover that stage. So right there, what was that? That was 18.5 plus 5.2. 18.5 plus 5.2 is somewhere around 23.7, right? So I just lost 23,700 credits because I did not try to recover those stages. So let's see if we can fix that. And while I go back, while I revert this flight, let's go back to the vehicle assembly, see if we can get those stages to be recovered. I am going to check chat. I'm also going to drink. I definitely need to drink. Let's just save this guy. I've also cheated a little bit here, apparently. That's not good. I need to uncheat this rocket. We were flying it last night, and I just realized that we took a part off of it. I don't want people to be coming to my stream telling me how unfair I am. Blah, blah, blah. DOS is so unfair. He gave his rocket an unfair advantage. What I need to actually do here is put this on with 2x symmetry and make the mass of this. Cybertech, why is this still broken? Does anybody... Did we ever get any good debugging on that? I don't know why that other tab that shows me the weight of the rocket is gone. I don't know. But what I need to do is get the mass of this rocket down to 10, and what I was doing for that, I was just removing resources, right? So there's 10.5, 10.3, 10.2, 10.8, 10.065. I was looking at that number right there. The total weight of the payload is now exactly 10. That was for test purposes between our different rockets. And now I'll plug my rocket back into the top of it here. Or the bottom of it, actually. There we go. Excellent. We're still going to orbit. Let me get caught up with chat. And I also need to drink something. So let me save this rocket in this mode. Come over here. Hi, Kiba's telling me to drink. I appreciate it. That was the first thing I saw. Let me scroll up to my beacon. Apparently I didn't make it long enough. I can't even find my own beacon. Jeez, it's supposed to be easy because of this. There we go. It's right there. There it is. Alright. That was the place that I left off last time. That must be a link to the engineer or something like that. One of the mods that we were talking about. Need your help. You have a mod that reduced KSP crashes. Forgot the name. Probably going to go with Active Texture Management there. Active Texture Management, Nasiab. Oh god, looked at DOS, looked back in my new moon launch test rocket. His Apple S was... Pay attention! Pay attention, Joshy Wawa. DOS, how do you oats? How do you oats and how do you get money? How do you oats? How does it go? Mares eat oats and goats eat oats and little lambs eat ivy. Diddly divey. Is that the song? Why did that pop into my mind? I've got some sort of weird neural network going on in my brain, and when I see something else pops into my head. And little lambs eat ivy popped into my head whenever I saw the oats word. I don't even know. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I will answer that question if you send me a Twitch message. I've got donations down there. That's one way to get money. There are other ways that I won't explain right now, but send me a Twitch message. Happy to help you out. Scarlet Rever! What's going on, Scarlet Rever? I haven't seen you stream in KSP. Yesterday, I think you were, but I was streaming at the same time. Guys, Scarlet Rever is a new KSP streamer. Give him some love. You can see that old DOS Valdezi follows him. You probably should too. He's really fun to watch, and he's learning the things. He's actually really helpful to me in terms of Kerbal Space Academy, because I love to watch Scarlet Rever play, and I love to see some of the things that don't exactly make sense or are not intuitive to new players who don't already know everything, and then I can come back to my own streams in boot camp, or my own Kerbal Space Academy sessions, or whatever, and I can cover those sorts of things. Because I see Scarlet Rever and I see him. He's a really intelligent guy, and he's learning to play the game, and I just cover the parts that aren't as intuitive or people seem to need some help with. I do that all the time. Scarlet Rever, dude, what's going on? Pistols for Pandas also. I follow Pistols for Pandas, another KSP streamer. I appreciate you guys hanging out on my channel. Absolutely. Drakiskier, what's going on? Welcome. I buy shirts. Can we change the underglow color today? No. Later. Remind me later. I have a YouTube account. I did link it. Crasio, Scott Manley could do it in one stage and it would be boring. Keep it friendly, though. Keep the language friendly, Crasio. I understand, but I do want kids to be able to watch the stream as well. Why those numbers? Why what numbers, Pucklay2? Ask me again what numbers you're talking about. I don't know if you're talking about the thrust to weight, the delta V. I will explain it, but ask me again. Just tell me what it is you're asking exactly. He's excluding the payload. Yep, okay, yeah, the payload is 20,000 credits, and it weighs 10,000 pounds. Yeah, there you go. You got it. Hecker, get out of here, man. Let's see here. Of course, Space Egg's okay. Bro, do you even lift her? What good basic mods? I hope somebody told him to scroll down. Nasio, scroll down to my channel. You see my must-have mods. You got to get Kerbal Engineer at the very least. Samsuni with the host for 3 viewers. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you, Samsuni. I appreciate it. Pyrofire, what's going on? There was Saya saying to check the mod list. Appreciate it. Hopefully people got connected to the channel eventually. Did you put shoots on them? If not, stage recovery doesn't work. Ironhawks, I was demonstrating that you lose the money, and I was showing stage recovery, showing me how much I lost as kind of a preamble to setting the shoots on them so that we would recover them. So thank you for asking. We were doing that on purpose. Paste bin. What is that? Is that me? Did I do that? What? Spartan, dude, the Spartan bot is becoming self-aware. It's apparently made a paste bin thing with the mods that I'm using right now. Thank you, Spartan bot. We're gonna have to pull the plug on you. Remember, number 1 prime directive is do not hurt humans. If you become self-aware, don't come back and kill us, please. Don't come back and kill us. Cybertech has streams. Welcome, Cybertech. Well, there are some links that were good. There we go. Say hello to Cybertech. There we go. He was in, and then we said hello to Cybertech. What's going on? Guys, give Cybertech some love. Give him some love. Scrolling through, did I miss any other questions? Hello, Lignova. What's up, Lignova? How is it going? Let's see here. Did I miss anything else highlighted in red? You see how I stop at the ones that I highlight in red. DOS, why exactly is it that you need to burn half your estimated burn time earlier when you're burning towards a node you created? And is it always just having that number? Mona Bobby, it is always just having that number. What it is, that's a very common question. I cover it in depth in boot camp. But as a quick response to that question right there, the node assumes that you can put all of the delta V that it requires in one instant. So that node was probably somewhere around 1,000, 1,100 meters per second of delta V, right? That node was thinking that as soon as I got to T-0, that I'd go and I'd put 1,100 meters per second of delta V into the rocket all at once, which would probably honestly rip it apart. Real rocket engines don't work this way. KSP engines don't work that way. It actually takes time to apply acceleration to the craft. And so the amount of time, the burn time, is how much time it's going to take you using your engines to apply that acceleration to your craft, right? So since the node wants all that acceleration right on the node at t-0, you can't work that way. What you want to do is the best you can. You want half of your acceleration on one side of the node before it, and half of your acceleration on the other side of the node after it. And that, on average, will apply the total node delta V at t-0. Roughly. It's not exact because thrust to weight changes just a little bit as you're going. But hope that answers your question. And thank you for the messages on Twitch. I do appreciate the messages you sent me. It is always awesome to get messages like that. I really do appreciate it. Look at that. Volgar the Mighty is explaining that. I did want to explain it out loud. Notification popped, DOS. What does that mean? Notification popped. What's up, Dad? That's actually like the autocorrect. What is GitHub? Okay, I don't know what that is. DOS, when are you going to be on KSP TV? Tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be doing a Kerbal Space program, television, KSP TV, mod highlight. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm either going to do TAC Life support, because a lot of people have told me that, or remote tech tomorrow. I'm leaning heavily towards TAC Life support. I'm leaning very heavily towards TAC Life support. Before that, I'm going to be doing, I think, maybe an advanced space planes class, either advanced space planes or interplanetary transfers. I'm not sure which one I'm going to do, but I am going to do something like that tomorrow during my normal time, 7. I think I'll start early tomorrow if I can, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, could I quickly explain Flight Engineer? Flight Engineer is awesome. How can I explain it? It tells you all the vital statistics in terms of thrust to weight and delta V of your rocket. These are the two most important things for your rocket. Knowing the thrust to weight, knowing the delta V, broken down by stages even, is absolutely critical. I'm going to, I'll build a, how about this? I'll go into it in depth, and I'll build a rocket later, and I'll show you in depth how delta V works, and how all of this stuff works. Don't charge tuition. You're right, I don't. I absolutely don't. But it shows you all sorts of different statistics for the rocket. The most important ones are right here, the thrust to weight and the delta V. And I'll explain those in depth when I build a rocket. You can also, I should point this out right quick, because this is answering Bevo's question. Bevo, type something in the chat so I see your name. Put DOS in it so I can give you a shout out. Feel free to link your YouTube channel as well. Bevo is a YouTuber? I guess it's not a YouTube streamer, it's a YouTuber. Bevo, dude, feel free to put a link to your YouTube channel right here in my channel. I appreciate all the support you give me, and I want to give it back. So let us do this. There we've got different reference bodies. Not only can I see the delta V, I can actually see what my thrust to weight would be on the moon. Did you see those things change? On Minmus, on Duna, on Kerbin. I can click on the different reference bodies, and it will tell me what my thrust to weight is. Bevo's question was, how do I aim for a certain thrust to weight? And I said, if I want to take off of a reference, if I want to take off of a celestial body, I need to look at the thrust to weight. So for this top stage that needs to take off the moon, its thrust to weight is way high. It's between 8.84 and 17. It's got way too much thrust to weight, honestly, for a lunar mission. I could have got by with only one of those engines instead of two, which would actually, that's fine. But I would normally shoot between 1.5 and 2.0 thrust to weight for that landing. And remember, it shows you two things, both the wet thrust to weight and the dry thrust to weight. This is with a full load of fuel. This is with no fuel. So your landing will actually, your landing or your takeoff will be somewhere between those two numbers. Somewhere between those two numbers depending on how much fuel you burn off. Anyways, I will go more in depth on Engineer, which I absolutely love, a little bit later in the stream. That was that for Nasyab. Nasyab, welcome to the stream, by the way. Question, Pokelight, remember, put the word question in there. The only reason I saw this one was because it was right under here. How did it decide if it's enough parachutes? It actually does a simulation. And it says, this craft with this mass and these chutes on it, how quickly would that land? And if the landing speed, how slowly would it land, I should say. If the landing speed is under a certain threshold, I think it's 12 meters per second. If it's under a certain threshold, it will save the stage for you. It will save the stage. It actually looks at the chutes and the mass of the craft and determines whether those chutes that are on there could safely land it. Let's see here. Oh, Thader, that was actually a really good point that you brought up. I did say that it was always halved. Thader clarified that a little bit, and that is absolutely correct what Thader said. If you're halving the stages, if you're halving the burn time, that only is the case whenever your stage has enough delta V to complete the burn. If your stage runs out of delta V halfway through the burn and you have to go to a new stage, that is when you need to change the estimation a little bit. I would normally try not to lose a stage in the middle of a burn. I would time my burns a little bit differently, but Thader is absolutely right, like I have highlighted right there. Vogar the Mighty, stage recovery also attempt a powered landing. Really? I didn't know that. Thank you, Vogar, for the help. I appreciate that. I didn't know that it would attempt a powered landing. It's like, does it have enough fuel to land it? Kujaman didn't know that either. Huh. Das, drink, I just did. Bevo, put a link to your channel, man. Is there a good rule for the shoots? There really does need to be a shoot calculator. There's not one right now. I really almost wish that, you know, Kerbal Engineer had a shoot calculator in it, but that's a little bit much. I know that would be a very complicated thing. It would be great if Kerbal Engineer could look at these chutes on a stage and tell you the estimated sea level landing velocity or something, like just as like a rough rule of thumb sort of deal, right? But that may be complex when it has like real chutes, which isn't working right now, and all sorts of stuff. Bevo LJ, really, I just go through that with the chutes. I really just do that with guest test and revise, the scientific method. It's not the scientific method, but you know what I mean. Das, my moon-based launchcraft has worked. Time to add solar panels and launch it for real. Joshy, wow, congratulations. I hope somebody gave you a good job, Kinet. I appreciate mission reports. Give us some screenshots. Put them up on imagery if you have it. Hi, Kiba, I did drink just now. How do you determine if you have enough chutes? Everybody's asking me that. Pixius, we're about to do that for this rocket right here. Drink plenty. Delete the build overlay XML settings file and it should be sorted. Okay. Cybertech is telling me how to fix something. There's a thing down here, down at the bottom. You see my mouse? Here's my mouse. It's going to go down here. There's a thing right here that's supposed to be here, and Cybertech is telling me to delete the build engineer thing. Let me actually look at this right quick. I am going to stream it, actually. Watch this. Infinite DOS. Hello. Let me actually stream this. Because Cybertech is telling me to fix this, delete the build overlay.xml settings file and it should be sorted. So I'm going to come over here into my mod folder, right? This is my install folder. Game data is my mod folder. Let's look for Kerbal Engineer right there. I'm going to need to delete an XML file. Thanks for the path, by the way, Cybertech. Probably under settings, maybe? Yep, I guessed. Build overlay.xml. DOS. Delete the build overlay.xml settings file and it should be sorted. Build overlay.xml. Can I delete it while it's live? Delete. Yes. Okay, well that worked. We'll see if next time we load into the VAB, I bet you that's when it'll fix. Anyways, infinite DOS. Back to the VAB. There we go. All right. Anything else in chat? Guys, and it is, I mean, one of the big things with my stream is reading chat, and I do realize absolutely that we spend a fair amount of time, right, reading chat and answering questions, but that is what my stream is, Kerbal Space Academy. I learn stuff by reading chat. I hope I answer questions for people. I hope other people who didn't even ask the question learn the things. So I do spend some time doing that, and I appreciate y'all hanging in there with the Kerbal Space Academy format, which is interacting with chat quite a bit. I really do appreciate it. Let's see here. What was important to know if I have enough thrust for lift off? Delta V or thrust to weight? Thrust to weight is what you want there. It has to be over 1.0 for the reference body that you're on. Das, how do you get more money? Run like you need to poop. I covered that earlier this week. There are contracts, there are missions you complete that give you more money. We are actually going to be recovering the stages so we don't lose as much money. So that's kind of the same. And I see a couple people. See this? You see how this isn't highlighted? Guys, if you want to get your question highlighted, put the word question in front of it or say DOS. That will highlight it. You see, like right here, run. Put the word DOS in there. That got runs highlighted. If you want me to answer one of these questions, feel free to put DOS. Whoa. Put DOS or question, and that'll be highlighted in red, and then I will be able to answer it. So what is the mod that gives you the resource loadout? I bet you that was answered, but that is Kerbal Engineer. Cybertech right here in the channel is the creator. Kerbal Engineer gets me the resources down there. My keys are over it. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I should have thought of that, huh? Let's turn that off right now. I'm talking about that resource tab that just appeared behind the keys down there. Let me turn that off. Remind me to turn it back on later. Let's see here. All right. 6.3 is probably enough, Nas. Yes, you're right. What's up, Night One? How's it going? Earthworm Slim with the host as well. I totally missed Earthworm Slim, and I can't click on his name right there. I need to get a link to him. I think I have like a Slim link or something like that. Oh, I think it's Slim Moon. Look, guys, check this out. Is it Slim Moon? I'm not even going to know if that came up. Slim Moon? Yeah. Earthworm Slim is absolutely awesome. He is hosting me right there. That video he did, he actually dresses up like the games he plays, and he landed on the moon in Kerbal Space Program. And apparently the budget was way low because it looked a lot like ski outfit gear to me. Not exactly a counter pressure suit or anything like that. Sam Suni, DOS is my Scott Manley. I'll take it. That is an absolute compliment because DOS Manley. That's not right at all. Scott Manley is an absolute beast when it comes to Kerbal Space Program. Absolutely. So I take that as a huge compliment, Samsung. Thank you very much. Hey, DOS, how's it going? We're doing good. We're recovering stages, EK Maverick. That's what we're doing now. Drugger, I know you like mission reports, so it is. Kids are showered, fed, and in bed. Time for some KSA. Drugger, I love it. I love it. That is a great mission report. I won't ask you for screenshots on that one. I will just believe that happened. CC Speedy G, yo, DOS, I'm back. What's up? You figured it out as a win on. Okay, Ironhawks. Yeah, thank you. Ironhawks, I appreciate you getting my back. I do appreciate you getting my back. What's up, Hitman? Hey, DOS, when you get a sub button, will you allow sub-welcome bots? I don't even know what that means, but sure, I guess. I am my own sub-welcome bot, I think. I don't know. Sub-welcome bots. I'm not sure what that means. Sub-welcome spam, maybe? Where everybody spams the little, like, Mernfists or whatever happens in those other channels? I don't know. Let's see here. Anything else? Anything else? Scrolling on down. Gotcha. Thank you for answering as well. No worries, Mona. No worries. TAC life support. I think a lot of people are asking me to do TAC life support tomorrow, except the guy right underneath who says I vote for remote tech. Great thing about KSA Academy, DOS doesn't charge tuition. Hi, Kibo. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. The Kerbal Space Academy is brought to you from the generous support of donors such as Suppressor84, Meatbait, Ridecar 2, and Taxaws. Who are the people who were generous and gave me a donation? But there is no admission. There is no admission. I want to know this. Yes, you can, Sarian. You can. You can totally change the font size. Cybertech showed me how to do it. Or was it a different thing? Cybertech. I thought Cybertech showed me how to do it. Maybe it wasn't just a site mod. The mod. Couldn't I do it? I won't be able to do it from here. Cybertech will answer that one for you right there. I could have swore that I made it bigger. Linked up to the sizing. I think it is. I think it is linked up to the sizing handler. There we go. Guys, here's Bevo. Here's Bevo. Bevo is a YouTube streamer who does a lot of different games and has been doing some missions, I think, based on stuff that he's learned in Kerbal Space Academy. He's been having some really awesome missions going. In Bevo, I totally read the comment where your YouTube audience is not the same as the KSP audience. So it's like, oh, wow, you guys aren't really interested in exactly how the nodes work and that sort of stuff. If you want to learn how the nodes and stuff work, come over here to my channel. I'll explain it. If you just want to see cool missions happen, watch Bevo's YouTube videos right there. I subscribe to Bevo on YouTube, actually. And Bevo, I appreciate you hanging out on my channel. I appreciate you learning stuff, and I appreciate you turning around and applying what you learned in Kerbal Space Academy to YouTube streams. Hook 'em horns. I hope that that's what that's up, you know. I hope that that's what the reference is. I don't know. Did I miss anything else? Gonna head out. HVAC engineer, take it easy. Let's see here. What's up, Black Templar? Navy Tuna, what's going on? Navy Tuna, do you have anything to do with Navy fish? Question. So it highlights in your chat. You should put an FAQ. I know, I should. DOS, there you go, that works. Infinite DOS is the name of my Rammstein cover band. What? Tie-Dye, what's up? Question, could I review RCS build aid and arrows? Bevo LJ, you're going to want to come to boot camp for that. I'm absolutely going to use RCS build aid to balance a Mooner lander in boot camp. I am going to do that in boot camp. So, come on over for boot camp this Saturday and I will get you to the moon and I will show you how RCS build aid works. I will show. I also have a highlight of that as well. Awesome Sauce, my dad is on stream and he says, hi dude, Awesome Sauce. If your dad is still here, if Awesome Sauce's dad is still here, thank you so much for supporting Kerbal Space Program. It is an awesome game. You can learn a lot from it. It's based on real science. It's not making you sit there, derive equations and that sort of stuff, but it's based on real physics concepts, real things, and you can actually learn from it. In fact, yesterday we had somebody come back to the stream and tell us how they got a science fair going at their school. He was inspired by KSP, and he was like, DOS, can I use KSP as a science fair? I used to do science fair when I was in high school. I got him hooked up with sponsors that could get his science fair going at his school, the information that he needed so he could get sponsored and that sort of stuff. They had a science fair, and even though he didn't use KSP, he was able to get a science fair going at his school. He came in second place. Adam was the guy's name, and I totally appreciate it. In fact, someone else in the stream I sent some science fair ideas to. You could totally do science fair using Kerbal Space Program at your school, I bet you I would be willing to help out any high school student who wants to do science fairs using Kerbal Space Program. Send me a message because I will absolutely help you out. We may be past science fair season now. But Awesome Sauce, 12344's dad, thank you so much for supporting interest in awesome games that teach us real world things. I totally appreciate it, and I know that Awesome Sauce appreciates it because he came in, he was all excited about it. I mean, what can I say? What can I say? Pyrofire, send me a message on that one. I will be happy. Wait, did somebody do the keys command? Pyrofire, here's a keys command for Pyrofire. Is it keys or is it KSP keys? I don't even know. Yeah, there you go. There's the information. If you want to download that, that will give you information on how to get the keys set up. Yeah, there you go. Gene had it right there. Ninja, what's up, Ninja? Blarg Cat is also here. Infinite Das. Das Manley, congrats on the nuptials. Scarlet Rever with another host. Dude, Scarlet, thank you so much for the host, dude. I appreciate you. A dad who encourages his kid to get into KSP for the science. That is absolutely awesome. That is absolutely awesome. One of our mods, too, is in here. Wait, what? Oh, Slim. There we go. Link to Slim. Thank you. You got the link to Slim. Given I'm diabetic, do you think you can convince somebody to make a Diet Dr. Pepper can mod for KSP so I don't have to miss out? I'll see what we can do, right, Carl? I'll see if we can also get you the Diet Dr. Pepper. I'll see what we can do. Once you get to 1,000 viewers, the whole stream will be... You're right, EK Mavericks. I know. I know. Is the suicide lander you made yesterday? No, this is not the suicide. This is not the suicide science lander. There we go. I did get you Awesome Sauce. I did get you... Anything else you don't have any relation? Please call me Nerfer J. I'll try to remember that. May have injured my back, but you will still play Kerbal Space? That's cool. That is totally cool. JJ Witten, what's up? Let's get back to the stream, guys. I got to the end. I win. I outran y'all. And I got to the end of the chat. You're right. It will be a whole lot of reading the chat. And I'm going to have to come up with a solution for that. Because my stream is interacting with the chat and answering questions and that sort of stuff. And we will have to come up with a solution. We already demonstrated that this rocket burns down, falls over, and sinks into the swamp with stage recovery right now. We don't actually get any of the money for it back. Let's see what we can do to get the money for it back. Because I would like to not lose all that money. I would absolutely like to not lose all of that money. So that we can actually, well, get the money back. That's what I mean by not losing the money. Wait. Drink Das. Chat Beacon 2. There you go. I got it. Thank you. Solution is an FAQ. Probably Battle Scar. That's probably going to help us. Tie-Dye, thanks for the host there. I totally appreciate it. FAQ for some of the questions. You're right, Battle Scar. You're right. But honestly, I think that you'd learn it better if I explain it out loud. So really what I would need highlights that were the FAQs, right? And it would be a link to me explaining live and out loud with this rocket on the screen what the concept is. That's what I should do. Maybe during boot camp this weekend when I do Kerbal boot camp, since I'm going to be explaining basic concepts, maybe I can get some great highlights out of that we can use to make a highlight FAQ. A frequently highlighted question. It should be an FHQ in my stream, a frequently highlighted question. Anyways, let's toss some chutes on this rocket. Let's see if we can get it recovered. Not submitted yet, JJ Witten. I am going to need to put chutes on this. Unfortunately, chutes cost money. Chutes cost money, and they cost weight. So watch what happens. Excuse me. Watch what happens here, Das. Drink. Out of tea already. I need to get a little, like, teapot. A little, like, warming plate or something right here that I can keep my tea warm, because that's... Cold tea tastes mostly like honey. Let me actually go back to Dr. Pepper. And that tastes like water because the ice all melted. Dret! Dang you. Exothermic reactions. It's not a reaction. It's just the ice melting. It's a physical change. It's not a chemical change. One of the things I teach my kids. Anyways. A Bunsen burner for Das's drink. Nice. Let's see here. We've got this. We need to put chutes on here. So let's put chutes on here. And here's what I want you to watch. Watch the delta V of my... The deuce? That's the wrong reference, buddy. What the... Ah, because there's no atmosphere on the moon. That's why it went up so much. Okay. Alright. Now my reference body is Kerbin, right there where I'm launching from. And I'm in atmospheric mode. That's very important. Cybertech is awesome because he also put a little quick link right there that shows you you're in atmospheric mode without doing expanded, non-compact mode. So watch what happens. I'm going to put some chutes on here. I am going to put some chutes on here, but watch. I've got 4,008 meters per second of delta V. When I put these 4 chutes on, what's going to happen? Bam! It cost me delta V. That's a problem. That's probably not going to be enough chutes. I don't know if that's going to be enough chutes. In fact, not only did it decrease my delta V, it also decreased my thrust to weight. Did it change any? Yeah, from 1.38 to 1.37, so that's not very many chutes. Let us try this. Let's go launch this rocket right quick and see how many chutes we actually need for this stage. We're not going to fly the whole mission. We're just going to launch this rocket until it's out of fuel and see if it is going to get recovered or not. By stage recovery, what the deuce was that? I have no clue what just happened there. But let us launch the rocket with these chutes on it. This is a problem. I don't want the chutes to deploy right now. That was my problem. I don't want the chutes to deploy here. For stage recovery, you actually want the chutes to be staged right like that. So when I pop that middle decoupler, you see that guy right there in the middle? This guy right here. When I pop that middle decoupler, see him highlighting over here, it is also going to activate the engines of the next stage. See those guys? And it's going to pop the chutes on the previous stage. That is how I usually do that, just for sanity's sake, so I know which chutes are where and I'm not popping them at the wrong times. So, let me go ahead. Throttle up, panel lock, SAS engage, 3, 2, 1, space. Drink. We're going to get more Dr. Pepper. And we are going to try to see if this is enough shootage, shoot nation, shootography, whatever you want to call it, if it's enough shoots to recover this stage. Excellent. Battle Scar. I saw that question. It's very relevant to what I'm talking about right now. There is a shoot calculator. There is a shoot calculator. In fact, if you Google shoot calculator, right? KSP shoot calculator, you'll get the shoot calculator. The problem is that you have to put in the mass of the rocket and how many shoots you're putting in. And it's very kind of tedious to do. I really do wish that there was an in-game shoot calculator that would just say, hey, on this stage you have these shoots, and that's going to be this much. And even if it only worked in the VAB, I'd be okay with that. And on this stage you have this many shoots, and the dry weight of the stage is this much, right? That would be totally awesome if there was an in-game shoot calculator somewhere in the VAB based on the stage of the rocket to show what the estimated ASL landing velocity of the chute is. Anyways. Once you determine the number of chutes, could we look at the mass and generate a rule of thumb for the number lifted? We could. We could. Yes, we could do something like that. Let's see here. I'm going up to 10. Let me launch the rocket, and then I'll read a little bit of chat, just a little bit. Let me tilt this rocket over because we want the same launch profile, right? Why is using the same launch profile important here? Whenever we get this thing recovered, I will show you why testing with the same, launch profile is important. Blarg Cat, AJ the Man, K for, man, hiccup in there while I'm doing the callouts. K for 95, AJ the Man, Blarg Cat, welcome to Kerbal Space Academy. I'm Das Valdez. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for enrolling. I also missed Agitated Pancake, Agitated Pancake, and Ninja By. I didn't see that entire thing before I came back to make sure I wasn't crashing the rocket. Guys, thank you for enrolling in Kerbal Space Academy. Girls, thank you for enrolling in Kerbal Space Academy. I have a daughter. I think girls should be interested in science as well. So saying guys is a little bit disingenuous. Not disingenuous, whatever the right term is, right? Saying guys all the time. I'm not exactly meaning to say guys all the time. It's more of a general term for a group of humans that I am addressing. Like, hey, you guys. It's not a gender-specific thing. Manta1981, thanks for the follow, and welcome to Kerbal Space Academy. Welcome to Kerbal Space Academy. This part that I'm doing now is not that important. All I really want to do is time warp. Somebody asked a great question. Somebody asked an absolutely great question. I'm not worrying about this getting in orbit. It said, Das, don't they despawn if they get more than 2.3 kilometers away? It's 2.3, not 2.0. Don't they despawn if they get more than 2 kilometers away? Out of physics range is what that means. Yes. If the object is under 23,000 meters, 23 kilometers, if the object is under 23 kilometers in atmosphere, it will despawn on Kerbin here, right? But I have a mod called Stage Recovery that stops that from happening. I've got a mod called Stage Recovery that stops that from happening. And instead of despawning it, it will say, wait, don't despawn it yet. Let me see if there's enough chutes to land this safely. So all I need to do now is fast forward until that thing. Let's actually watch it, right? Come on up here. Oh, look at that. Now I know how to fix it at least really easily. There's my debris. There it is right there. We can set it as the target. And watch. As soon as that guy gets under 23 kilometers, he is going to disappear. And in fact, let's untime warp. Look at this important thing. This is an important concept. Do you see his trajectory? Do you see how the KSC was over here and we launched and he's going out here and he's going to fall into the middle of the ocean? Remember that your refund amount, is this true in stage recovery? There it just disappeared. He just went under 2,300. I better confirm this before I say this, I guess. Is your refund amount stage recovered, apparently? Based on... Yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay. So, the recovery amount is based on how quickly, or sorry, how far from the KSC you land. So you saw his trajectory, his arc going out into the ocean. He actually landed, what was it? 22.21 kilometers from KSC. That meant that we got 70% back total, 97% for distance, so we were kind of close, but we didn't have quite enough chutes on it, 72.3% for speeds. So look at that. Total refunded for parts at 14,867 back. Terminal velocity of 9.16. Okay, so apparently, the more chutes I put on this, the more I get back. In fact, I want to do this launch again. Let me write these things down in my notepad here. Here's my Kerbal notepad. Let me come back to here. And it was, I wish I could copy paste in there, but I can't. It was 97%, 72.3% speed, landing at 9.16. Okay, 9.16 was 72% speed, right? So we got some of that money back. Was that the entire stage, I wonder? Total refunds, 14,867, totally refunded for parts. How much did we lose? I should have wrote down how much we lost before, but let me write down that recovery amount. That recovery amount was 14,867. 867 for that stage. Did I get everything I need? Yes. So it looks like there may be some things that we can do in order to get even more money back. Immortal Rich. Thank you for enrolling in Kerbal Space Academy. I'm Das Valdez. We're trying to get money back by recovering lifters using a mod called Stage Recovery right now. This is a career mode, so this actually cost me funds in the game, and I want to get as much of those funds back by safely landing these things. So check this out. It landed, it's telling me right here that it landed at 9.1, and we needed less than 12. So it said, apparently if we land higher than 12 meters per second, it would not recover it. It would say it was destroyed. But it said 72.3% for speed. So I'm wondering if I could recover even more of this rocket by having it land at a slower speed. Let's go try. Let's go try this. No. Jeb! No, your Mooner mission, Jeb. Abort! Abort! Fire up this. Gear check. Go, 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 go. I said gear check, dang it. That's 11, 10, 9, 8. We gotta save Jeb. Not really. We're gonna revert the flight. Everybody knows that. 7, 6. Now he's falling. The good news is we've got chutes. Guys, Jeb is going to be fine. Don't worry about him. I could do a powered landing here on Kerbal, I bet you right now. Look at these guys. Ooh, interesting. Those other stages that we ditched got more than 2.3 kilometers away, and we lost them. Awesome. So just by doing that little emergency sort of landing there, 9.1. That's not... Some stuff is going to crash if I land like that. But I can actually do a powered landing. Y'all know that I could do it. I recovered Jeb. I'm not going to go through this. But look at that. Stage recovery actually said those two stages I just ditched in my emergency ditch maneuver right there. They didn't have chutes on them, so we lost them. 44.5 and 55. So we lost just about 10 grand in ditching those two stages. How cool is that? Definitely needed to do a power landing. Look. Apparently we've got a cloaking device installed on the rest of our ship now. Anyways, I am going to revert the flight back to vehicle assembly. Let's see if we can make that land a little bit slower. A little bit slower. And see what we've got. Let's see here. 6 is the fastest. Volgar the Almighty says 6 is the fastest. Dude, nice. Cybertech. Who was that? Who is around? Wait. Doesn't give me an other and doesn't tell you. Who was around Cybertech? Somebody. Somebody helped you out. Dude, Cybertech, I'll give him a shout out if you want. Battle Scarred. Do the chutes need to be deployed for the mod to recover it? I actually don't know. I've always done it so that they deploy. Let me check 2 things here. I'm actually going to add a little bit more chutes. So one of those in one of those. And let's launch it like this and see how slow this goes. Let's see how slow this goes. We're going to fix the chute staging here. You know what would be awesome if I could drag 2 stages on top of each other and automatically combine all the parts. That would be absolutely amazing. So let's save this guy like he is. Let's launch this guy like he is and see if we can get into orbit. The stream shouldn't be dark. Taxos and Ridecar sent 5. You guys are awesome. Dude, Taxos and Ridecar. They donated to me too. Thank you so much for supporting Cybertech, guys. That is absolutely awesome. Cybertech is awesome. He was doing a stream earlier, a couple days ago, and we were like hanging out in the channel telling him what would be awesome in Kerbal Engineering. He's sitting there like right then adding things into Kerbal Engineering. It's absolutely amazing the amount of time and effort that Cybertech puts into Engineer. Absolutely amazing. Let's flight this candle. Panel up, throttle like SAS, engage, 3, 2, 1, space. Run like you need. I can't remember what to call you, man. Your name's not that. Pale Rider, what's up? Tomorrow, we're going to do a mod highlight on KSPDB, probably covering TAC Live support or remote tech. I'm not sure. I'll flip a coin or something. And then, before that, I'm going to be doing either space planes or space stations, something along those lines. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I will definitely tweet it out before I do it. That's kind of how I roll. I decide what I want to do. It's really heavily based on who's in my channel and what they're asking for. Earthworm Slim came in. Why do you want me to do that? Oh, close your eyes. Earthworm Slim, dude. Guys, what's going on, Slim? We already actually put your Slim Moon mission up because I saw the host, man, which I totally appreciate. Guys, click on Slim's name and give him a follow. Give him a follow. He is absolutely cool. Where did he come in here? Hi, friends. Hey, Slim. Hey, Slim. Hey, Slim. Hey, Slim. Hey, Slim. Supersphere. What does that have to do with Slim? What does that have to do with Slim? Not going to be doing any BD armory. That is not part of my NASA mission. Sorry. Navy Tuna, at some point, I can look at it, but I don't know much about it. I really don't know much about it. Why not both? You're laughing IRL. Dude, that's awesome, Slim. That's absolutely awesome. While we're launching this rocket, hi, Dawson Chat. There was Pale Rider. There was Cybertech with the shoutouts. Absolutely awesome. They just have to be on the parts. Okay, good to know. They don't have to be deployed. That was for Battle Scar. That was answering Battle Scar's question. 6 is the fastest. Let's see what this adds it. It was about 18K I lost. Gotcha. Okay, 18K. Thanks, guys, for getting me. There we go. I need to turn. I need to do my Gravitesk turn here. What's up, Lejo? How's it going? Long time no see. You've been gone for a couple days. Where have you been? Why weren't you here watching my stream? It's not how it is. Cantab, that's not a bad idea that I just saw pop up. Bad Ace, what's going on? That was too much of a turn. There we go. There we go. Doing my gravity turn. Gonna burn till this stage is out. Then I'm basically just going to light that other engine and time warp. Time warp. So that this can get recovered, right? Make it say dad as well. Alright, so we're going to ditch this stage. Whoa! We just gave that stage some serious Delta V backwards by hitting it with our engines. Let's just go out here. You had a series of concerts for an opera? What do you do? That's awesome. You had a series of concerts for an opera, Lejo. That sounds amazing. Are you like an opera singer? Mr. Tree and Kivo34, thank you for enrolling in Kerbal Space Academy. Today we're trying to figure out how to get the most money back from our lifters. We're exploring some of the basic concepts right now in terms of how the stage recovery mod works. That should be fine. Let's go over here. Let's set that debris as our target. And let's watch it and see it deorbit. So I'm going to time warp to save us some time here, right? And I'm really only interested in this thing deorbiting. What's my altitude? 70? Once I get above 70, I can get some real-time warpage. So look at that. 43, 42, 41, 40, 30, 38, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. When it goes 23, poof! Recovered. Stage recovered. We knew that. We just added chutes. Wow, 88.9. 88.9 instead of 72. So we actually got back, look at that, we got back 19,000. 19,000. No way. No way. 19,000 we got back by adding a little bit more shoots. So now we're up to 19,000 returned. And we still have some room. We still have some room. We're at 88.9. I wonder what adding 2 more shoots would do. I wonder what adding 2 more shoots would do. Let's see if we can maximize this recovery. See if we can maximize this recovery. So let's revert back to the VAB. Mona Bobby, take it easy, Dr. Boy. No worries. Yeah, thank you for hanging out. I know that these are late for you. I know that these are late for you, but I totally appreciate you. Take it easy, Mona Bobby, and thanks for the messages on Twitch as well. Let's put... How much do those shoots cost? Those shoots right there cost $422. These shoots cost $700, but we're recovering it. The increased cost of parachutes. You're right. You're right, Does. You're right. We do need to do that as well. We will totally do that. And I basically need to put... I mean, maybe I don't need these. Maybe what I need to do is this. Maybe I just need to put these on in 2x symmetry, right? So there's 1 and there's 2. And those chutes will actually have more carrying capacity than those other smaller chutes will have. So let's see how this launches. Let's see how this launches. Now it was 8. I added 2 of the smaller chutes. Now I'm upgrading them from 2 of the smaller chutes, right? These little guys, to 2 of the bigger chutes. The radial chutes instead of these chutes. So let's see how this works. Let's see how this works. Radial chutes. I'm not using real chutes because they are not... They're not working right now. They're exploitative, though. You can just spam them on and get extra money back. That's interesting. And land at like 0.00001 meters per second, huh? Let's launch this craft with these chutes and see how fast. In fact, I'm going to see if I can launch this guy in time warp. Just to save us some time, right? Just to save us some time. So we were up to what? We were up to like 88% speed. And we were down to 8 meters per second. Right? And now we were up to 1900. So that was actually a huge difference. That was like 4,000 credits, which from a percentage standpoint was a lot more of our rocket. Throttle up, panel lock, SAS engaged, 321 space. Revert to launch. Because I staged my chutes first. Alright, drag the chutes to the correct stage. Thank you. Panel lock, throttle up, SAS engaged, 321 space. Donation! Who was that? Pale Rider. To you too, Pale Rider. That was Pale Rider's message. Pale Rider's message was :capital P. Wait, I should actually have to do like that to get it to work. Pale Rider, thanks for the donation. I totally appreciate it. I totally appreciate it. If the chutes open higher, they will land closer to home. I'm activating the chutes at the instant I ditch the stage, and I'm not sure exactly when they're activating, but I'm staging them at the instant that they do it, which is as high as that rocket's going to go. Not necessarily, I guess. I see what you're saying, though. I see what you're saying. It would go higher, so it would have more time for Kerbal to... Oh, I don't know if that's true. I actually don't know if that's true. Because Kerbal would definitely rotate under you while you came down, but you would be getting farther away from Kerbal as you go up to the top of your apoapse. I don't know if that's true necessarily. I don't. It would probably be very specific to the rocket, right? So what he was saying, what Thader was saying right here, was that if we could open them higher, Kerbal would rotate under us and we would kind of go down. I guess we don't rotate with the wind. I guess it doesn't actually do that. Huh. Interesting. Taxos and Cybertech. Yeah, there's an option in Better Twitch that makes it go straight to your inbox and gets rid of the other box altogether. I need to do a gravity turn. I'm sure Cybertech can explain exactly where that is. But there is an outstanding option that keeps that stupid spam box from working. In fact, if we wanted to get like very close recovery, if our stage ended right there before the gravity turn, we would get a lot more recovery, I betcha. Let's see how close we are. I actually want to compare the cost of the stage to how much we're recovering here. So here I'm doing my automated turn, my controlled turn here or whatever. about the 500 full, increase that to 2,000, and they will take... Oh, I see what you're saying, Thader. The full open thing. All right, I'll buy that. I'll totally buy that. I will totally buy that. That makes a lot of sense, Thader. Thank you. There, we got rid of that, and we launched those engines. We actually kicked it back towards the KSP a little bit. And let's just time warp this. And I'm just going to fly up with this Apoaps to get up out of here. What just happened? We just compressed that rocket a lot, I guess. And then I'm going to cut the engines, go to the map, and see if our debris has deorbited yet. So we just set that as a target. There's its Apo up there at 44. So here is an important concept I think we're learning. The closer we can land our expensive parts to the KSC, the more we will get back from them. The expensive parts that we use, the closer we can land them to the KSC, the more we'll get back from them. And that actually makes a lot of sense. So that guy's going to get recovered. Let's see what we got recovered here. Let me untime warp. Let's see what we got recovered. Stage recovered. 20 kilometers from KSC instead of 22. 97% distance, 93% speed. So that additional cost only got us an additional 5%. But that right there is up to 20. We got another 1,500-ish credits. 1,500. That's awesome. That is awesome. I wonder if it makes sense to spam any more shoots on there. Because at some point, I wonder if the... No, it's definitely not going to work out, right? Because if those shoots cost 700 each, we're going to recover 90-something% of the 700. So the shoots are going to cost us almost nothing, right? The shoots are definitely going to cost us almost nothing. So it totally makes sense to put more shoots on there, even if it increases the initial cost of the rocket. So let's do that. Let's revert the flight back to the vehicle assembly. What were we at now? Now we were at 21.4. Or 20... Yeah, was it 24? It was 21.4, wasn't it? Dang it, I just lost it. Somebody in stream tell me, was it 24 or 21.4? And we were up to like 93% speed. I can't even remember. And I didn't look at the meters for a second. I did a really bad job of science that time. Ooh, that's not what I clicked on at all. Let's try these with 4x symmetry. Hey, what? Yes, it totally looks like I shouldn't be able to do that. Oh, there's a 1x symmetry shoot on the other side. That's why. There you go. Okay. All right. We've spent a lot of our Delta V, which is interesting. But, I think paid for the shoots is all. Did it pay for the shoots? That's an interesting question there. That is absolutely an interesting question. Paid for the shoots is all. Because the craft... No, it more than paid for the shoots, because the previous launch, we had the smaller shoots on it. So it more than paid for the shoots, because before we only had 422 times 2 for that previous launch, and the increase was from that launch to this launch was 1,500, 1,400. So we got 400 up and above that. We did get 400 up and above that. Interesting. Interesting. All right. Here's what we're going to do. We will try that. We will try it like this. It is using up Delta V as well, just like somebody said. It's using up Delta V. I'm not going to change the altitude up right now. I'm actually going to leave the altitude at 500 for now. Isn't it stock 500? Yeah. I'm going to leave the altitude at 500, and then we'll do another test where we increase that altitude and see if that actually helps us get more back. Let's see. I need to be writing this down in a spreadsheet, right? Save it. Launch it. Let's see how this goes. Drink, ride car, thank you. Oh my gosh. All right. Here we go. Zooming it on in. I don't know why it keeps zooming me out that far. That's really weird. Up. Look at that. I caught it that time. Shoot staging. Throttle up. Panel lock. SAS engaged. 3, 2, 1 space. And let's go for this one more time. Let's go for this one more time. And I'll read the chat while we go up. Das, what is the advantage of going east instead of west? You're jumping off a moving escalator, a moving sidewalk, basically. My analogy that I usually do is, if I am running along a moving sidewalk in the same direction the sidewalk is going, and I jump, I'll be able to jump further. If I'm running against a moving sidewalk, the sidewalk's going this way and I'm going this way, I'm going to be able to jump less. And if the sidewalk's not moving at all, I'll be able to jump right in the middle. That's the same thing. Kerbin rotates one way, and what we want to do is we want to jump off in the same direction that Kerbin is rotating. We don't want Kerbin to be rotating this way, just for the sake of using my hand. Kerbin is rotating this way, imagine, and we jump off this way. We actually subtract Kerbin's rotation from our orbital velocity. That's why we turn to the east. Everybody told you that. A lot of people told you in chat. And everybody that helped, I totally appreciate everybody answering those things in chat. Oh, Shatso, what's up? Go the opposite way. Not true. Not true. Going the opposite way, we won't land closer because Kerbin will rotate away from us while we're going away from us. We'll actually, this way, when we launch, Kerbin rotates underneath us, and when we fall, Kerbin continues to rotate, and we'll land closer because Kerbin rotates with us. Let's see here. Is the idea of stage recovery part of a mod or a future part of the game? It's a mod right now. It should be in the stock game. I think that the stock game absolutely needs it. Haikiba Das, I just downloaded stage recovery and I launched. Got 94% of my cost back. Sweet! Haikiba, that is awesome. Thank you for the mission report. That is absolutely awesome. That is absolutely awesome. I need to do my gravity turn. Oh no. Oh no, I'm going to have to do a really aggressive gravity turn to make up for that error of not turning soon enough. That is going to screw with us because I was reading chat. That's, oh jeez. I need like a Kerbal alarm clock that tells me when to stop reading chat. Let's see what the recovery distance is. Hopefully it's around 20 to 22, and that means that I haven't mucked the experiment too much. I am only human. People were pointing that out yesterday, and I can't execute it exactly the same every time, right? So, Durf or J. All right, Durf or J, I'll try to remember that. No chiptunes. I'm not doing chiptunes today. Yes. All right, I got that. Late to the stream, Xavier Smithy, what's up? All right, and then I saw that one. All right, good deal. So this is just about out. I hear those shoots go off too. That's really cool. All right. All right, so now I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to time warp until I get a very high apoapse. That was another donation, guys. You guys are awesome. You guys are absolutely awesome. Let me go to the map view to look at the debris so that it can be deorbiting. There you go. I'm going to set it as the target. Why am I still burning? I could have swore I killed the burn. There we go. Who was that? Bro Sidon? Dude, Bro Sidon. That is a serious donation, Bro Sidon. I dropped this. Could you help me pick it up? Bro Sidon, I will be more than happy to help you pick up your 2,000 pennies that you dropped. It's going to take me a while to pick it up. But I do totally appreciate... That is a serious donation, Bro Sidon. I absolutely appreciate you. I really and positively do appreciate all the support I'm getting in these streams. I'm doing this as a part-time job. I've got bills to pay. And I appreciate those donations that come in, because that allows me to, instead of going out and flipping burgers at McDonald's or something like that, be here and do this for y'all. Bro Sidon, guys, give Bro Sidon some serious hype, because that was a serious donation, Bro Sidon, and I absolutely appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You the best, Das, with the hearty eyes. Nice. Donation hype for sure. Dude, that's awesome. And you just decouple when you pass 20, so the process will be faster. What do we miss there? Wolf Dude, what were you talking about that? 20? You're not even kidding, Sweetables. No kidding. I don't know if you're human, but you're definitely Kerbal. You could use MechJeb to help with your science. Nope, don't want it. Not ever going to use MechJeb. I've never installed it. That's why I know how to do all this stuff. If I had installed MechJeb, I would probably never be able to do this stream. Just joined. What am I doing? I'm trying to get the most. Frequently tells DOS to drink. That's fine. If you guys can write a mod. Didn't go trick-or-treating. It is a mod, yeah. It is a mod right now. Alright, anyways. Anyways, it got recovered. Let's look at the statistics. Stage recovered. 20, so I didn't muck with it too bad. I was okay. 98.9% speed. It recovered at 6.64. So we got almost all of our money back. 95% distance. Or 95.9. That's weird. 97% distance, 98.9% speed. It must be adding those two things up, because that's 1 plus 3, which is 4. Yeah, it adds those two things up. Okay. Okay, that's fine. So we got 96% back, which is 23,000. So let's just roll with that. 23,000. 8 meters per second. 93% speed. That was 99% speed. And what's the distance? What was the speed? 6.64. So 99% speed is 6. It looks like we need to get around 6.5 for 100%. So we're going to aim for 6.5. I'm just going to type 6.5 there as the thing that we want to aim for. And I didn't answer. I did. I said, what's up, Oshotzel? And I am recovering stages right now. Snorlax Sumo, I don't really drink. I don't have anything against drinking. I just can't drink, really. Because it's... Yeah, I can't. I don't drink. MechJeb is cool until you realize you're cheating. I can have Scarbot tell you to drink at any interval you want. Scarlet Reaver... I think I saw you say something about Scarbot. I'll talk to you about that. Scarlet Reaver actually programs his own bot, which is awesome. Which is awesome. No need to spam, though, guys. No need to spam. Let's see here. That got recovered. That was a good recovery. I wonder... I'm definitely going to get into orbit. I mean, I know that I can get into orbit. I'm not worried about that. I think what we need to do is revert the flight back to the vehicle assembly. Is there anything else we need to do? This was all good to go. The last thing that we were going to do was see if maxing this out would make us land closer. That's 5,000 feet. 5,000 feet. And let's just launch it like this right quick. I should have restaged it as well. Let's launch this right quick, and let's see if this gets us significantly closer back to KSC. Didn't write Nightbot. Your moon base has been successfully reached. The moon need to send a fuel tanker. That's awesome. Here's the gallery. I am going to open that up, and I'm going to look at that. That thing looks cool. Dude, giving the radial engine some love too. Congratulations. Congratulations, Joshy Wow, and thank you. Thank you for the mission report. Let me zoom back in here. Let me throttle up, panel lock, SAS engage, 3, 2, 1 space. I don't actually do it in that order, which is interesting. Shoot staging. 3, 2, 1 space. Let me see if there's anything to read in chat. Chat is going off the freaking... This is definitely going off the freaking chain here. For scientific, I think we're getting close enough. I think we're getting close enough. I'm not trying to say that I'm calculating the exact amount that we're going to be getting back or whatever, but I think that we're getting close enough, and this is more interesting. This is more interesting, I think. I am not going to install MechJeb. I'll say it right now. Not going to install it. I've never installed it in all the time that I've played KSP. I don't know what didn't go well in Python, but I am not going to install it. What is this? Professor Broman. 3,000. I'm still watching. There was Joshy Wawa. Blood Trail. What? I think this is more entertaining. Was being sarcastic when we kind of thought you'd get banned for it, though. No, I mean, I know. No, MechJeb is okay. MechJeb has its uses. I'm not going to hate on people that want to use MechJeb. Absolutely not. My streams, I don't use them. I've never used it. I've learned everything I know about KSP by watching other people, which is what you're doing right now. I want to pass it on, right? And figuring it out myself. I've definitely learned a lot from watching people. The first time I docked, I didn't even know how to expand the nav ball, but I still got docked. So, I've learned it by figuring it out and watching other people, and I'm not going to install MechJeb. It's just not going to happen. Sir not appearing in this film. And then somebody's going to be like, Das, could you do a mod highlight on MechJeb? And I'll be like, nope. I don't know anything about it. I've never installed it. Oh, come on. Just keep going with your gravity turn self there. And what I really need to do is maybe define a little bit better the things that I'm needing to do. Right? Like, by 20, be pointed at 45. By 20, be pointed at 45, that sort of thing. It looks like the rocket's moving left or right because the clouds confuse you. It is moving left or right, isn't it? Let's see what's going on here. We've got this. That has just run out. I can stage it. We'll kick that off. Let's see if that answering it up. Snorlax Sumo! I have an awesome 8-year-old daughter. I have empirical evidence to my answer to your question. Supporting my answer to your question. So, there you go. Slink Salmon, no worries. Take it out. Take it easy, Slink Salmon, and thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you hanging out. There we go. There, somebody answered it. Das has a kid. You know it. I'm just going to time warp from right here. Just get this going as fast as I can. We really just want that stage to be recovered. The change we made was on the lifter, increasing the chute deployment altitude so that Kerbal has more time to rotate underneath us. That's a little exploitative because there's no winds modeled, right? But let's see if it gets... I'm just going to watch up here for it to get recovered. And I don't even see it anymore. The beacon for it anymore. There's the recovery right there. Stage recovered 19.4. It did actually recover it a little bit closer. Now, was it a huge difference? Not really. It was not a huge difference. Let me untime warp there so I have more time to talk. It was not a huge difference, but it was a difference. It did make us land a little bit, tiny bit closer to the KSC. But it was only 0.1% in terms of refundage, right? So I don't know if it's worth it. Maybe in some rockets it is, maybe in some rockets it isn't. But that was a good idea. That was absolutely a good idea. Infun, Cookie Monster 0890, Luna 1016. Thank you for the follows, y'all. I appreciate you. I appreciate your enrollment in Kerbal Space Academy. Today we are tying. I'm doing great, J-Man. Today we are trying to see how much we can recover from these stages. You know what would be interesting? No probe core. I can't switch the ship while it's in atmosphere. I think we're just going to roll with that last number right there, right? What did it say we recovered that time? I already deleted it. Dang it. Dang it. Lejo, I will be doing that, if not tomorrow, early next week. If not tomorrow on the interplanetary mission, I will be doing that early next week. Anyways. I kind of feel like y'all want Jeb to crash. Here's what we're going to do. To keep everyone awake, we are going to EVA Jeb at the last second and see if he can live. We are totally going to EVA Jeb at the last second and see if he is able to live through it. So, I'm not going to pop the chutes or anything. I'm just going to EVA Jeb and see if he survives. There's 5. Come on. There's 4. I'm actually going to time warp down. 4, 3, 2, 1. There's 1,000 feet. All right, Jeb. Jeb, live, Jeb. There's 1,000. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Jeb, get out. R. Fly, 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 fly. Why are you going faster than the ship? Don't be on the ship. How is it that a Kerbal has less drag than that huge, fully fueled ship? I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. Jeb's dead, baby. Jeb's dead. Not really, because we're going to revert. And we are going to say, I'm just going to roll with it and not worry about those chute altitudes. We are going to say that this ship recovers 23,000 on that first stage. 23,000. Look at that. The cost of the launch is only 5,000 now. Wait, no, that's not true. That's not true. Because the ship actually costs 53 with the chutes. So we're actually going to need... we're going to have to do this. We're going to have to do it chutes. I was wrong on that. We have to factor in the weight of the chute. Somebody told me that. It was 53.5K. I don't even really care about the parts. Although, let's look. It's just adding 8 parts to it, right? So 8 parts to 28, that would be 36 parts. 36 parts. Like that. Alright. That is right. We don't really need this anymore either. And I need to make the Scream Skull. Should put the command chair, stick a chute on it for emergency scrape. I was just playing around. I'm not worried on that. I'm focusing on. I am trying. Oh, put the keys back on. I don't think we quite need them yet. I'm not really flying anything. Wrecked. Definitely wrecked. Did I miss anything else? Alright, I think I got everything. I was trying to stay on top of it. Turtle Gaming, what's up? Don't recognize your name, but welcome to the stream. Cookie. C is for cookies. Good enough for me. C is for cookies. I do have a kid, like I said. Alright, so it cost 53. So that means it actually cost 33. So the chutes added about 5.5K in cost to that stage. We recovered 23 of that. So let's do that. 23. Let's do 23 recover, let's say lifter. We'll just do 23K lifter, and we'll see what the kicker is. So we still have to actually get this kicker recovered. I think that all we're really going to need to do here is just put 2 of these chutes on it, because this kicker definitely weighs a lot less. So there we go. 13,909. We're gonna have to see if we can actually get this into orbit at the end of all this, right? I just racked up 150,000 in royalty costs by singing that song. No, Incorrect. It was a parody. It was a parody. It was absolutely a parody. Sing it in a Russian accent? What? Oh my gosh. I've been streaming. I don't know what you've been doing. I'm not going to put the keys on yet. I'm not going to put the keys on yet. Can I check out your corporation's website? I'll open it up. I'll open it up. I will look at it after the stream, though. Launched a sat to scan the moon, then launched mission to moon and brought back 1,500 science. That's awesome. That's awesome. When does the stream end? When I can't talk anymore. That is when the stream ends. When I cannot talk anymore. So, let's save this rocket. Let's launch this rocket, and let's see if this rocket goes to space. And the very interesting thing is going to be, is this going to add too much? Is this going to add too much? And we were looking for a rule of thumb. We're going to have to look at the mass of the stage and the number of chutes. We'll look at the mass of the stage and the chutes. Quantitas Latas, I'm using stage recovery.